Hello, sexual freedom seekers. Today I'm going to talk about why you should subscribe today. Don't delay, but subscribe today to the email list. Let me introduce myself real quickly. My name is Non-Monogamous Mark, and I'm the co-founder of Non-Monogamous Lifestyles Association. And through the association, it's a nonprofit association, and we provide you with training, we provide you with association, we provide you with events and opportunities to help you to grow a life that is thriving in your non-monogamous lifestyle of your choice, whether it be swinging or friends with benefits or polyamory or polyfidelity or whatever mix and combination that you create for your life so that you can enjoy living your ethical and consensual non-monogamous life. But we don't just focus on your ethical and consensual non-monogamous life being about sex, because we know it's not all about sex. And there's many other components in our life that are involved with that, and we focus on helping you to live a life that is the absolute best you can be with your health, your wealth, and your sex and relationships. And so what's going to happen this Friday is that I'm going to launch a new email that will be sent out once every week then on Fridays, and it's going to be like taking a self-development course and getting your curriculum sent to you and arriving to you in your email each week. And I want to help you to create new norms in your life. You see, the norms that we live our life by, and many of us live our life by the norms of society that are handed to us. But the norms we live our life by are the tools that make our life work or keep it from working. And of course, when we make that choice to live a non-monogamous life, an ethically and consensually non-monogamous life, then that becomes a choice that we make where we start to take on a different set of norms in living our life as someone who embraces our sexuality and the fact that we are made to be a sexual being. But you see, the society around us doesn't exactly hold that same norm. And so when we go into our non-monogamous lives, we hold on to the norms that we bring with us because it's the only thing we've ever been taught. And so subsequently, a lot of things end up being a struggle for us in our non-monogamous life. But we focus at Non-Monogamous Lifestyles Association, we focus not only on your sex and relationships, but we also focus on the health that you have in your life, and that we want you to be as healthy as you can possibly be. Because after all, how can you possibly enjoy an amazing life of sex with multiple people if your health is failing you and you just don't have the health to enjoy as much sex as you'd like to enjoy? And so we help you with increasing the level of health that you have in your life. We also take and work at helping you to increase the level of wealth you have in your life. Because if all your time is going to go to work and you're spending the majority of your time on the job and commuting back and forth and then getting all the stress and pressures of that job, whether it be physical stress if you got a physical job, or mental and emotional stress, or maybe a little bit of all of it, where you then come home and you're just wiped out at the end of the day, and yeah, you don't have much energy for much more than just some quick non-inspiring sex. It's still good sex, but oftentimes it's just not as inspiring as when you have the energy to put into it. And so we want you to be able to increase your wealth so that you can live a life that you would dream to live, both with your health, your sex life, and financial life as well. But for that all to happen, we have to help you to create new norms in your life. You see, the norms that you live your life by are the tools that you use in order to make your life work. But the problem is that most of us don't have the right tools. It's like showing up on a job, a construction site, and instead of having a saw and a hammer and the kinds of tools that you need on a construction site to build a house, it'd be like showing up on that construction site with tools for a mechanic, wrenches and screwdrivers and wire cutters and things that a mechanic would use to repair your car. And those tools just aren't going to do the job. Well, the norms that we have in our life are the norms that we're taught through our life and that we kind of arrive with as an adult. And so often those norms don't show you and teach you how to live a healthy life and how to maximize the health that you have. And so slowly, over time, most people decline in their health, and their weight goes up and their health goes down. They get medications, but then the medications, there's over time side effects to those, and over time then the health just keeps going down. And so we have to help you to learn new norms that are going to teach you how to live your life really healthy. And to live your life really healthy is an uncommon and unconventional thing to do these days, because most people you see wandering around, and particularly anybody that's at least in the mid-30s, they're already on 1, 2, 3, or maybe even more prescription medications. And from when they were graduating high school or college, they probably have put on a few pounds each and every year. Now, that's not everybody, I understand, but that is 80% of the people in our society and in our world. And so we're going to take and teach you some norms to improve your health. Get away from the prescription drugs and actually be well, because the drugs will never make you well. They only make you dependent. And we want you to be well. And so we're going to help you to create new norms in your life to help you to be well instead of dependent. We're going to help you create new norms in your life to help you be wealthy instead of dependent. You see, we go to work in our jobs or our businesses. In my case, I've been self-employed all my life. But yet we still go to work just trading our time for dollars. And we can't really keep trading that time for dollars. And even when we trade the time for dollars, it's really not a lot of dollars that we're trading our time for. And your time is your life. It's the most valuable thing that you have, because it's the only thing that you have. Time is life. You've heard the saying, time is money. No, it's not. Time is life, because when you run out of time, you're out of life. And so in order for you to enjoy a wonderful sex life with multiple people, you need the time for that as well. And so that means that instead of being dependent on going to work every day and spending all of your time in that job, we need to help you to create some wealth. Now, that's not something that you're taught growing up, most likely, because your parents, they probably couldn't teach you that. They didn't know themselves. It's not something that you learn in our educational system or in college, because all of that is designed to provide employees and teach you how to be an employer, or teach you how to, in my case, I went to business college and I learned how to run a business, and I decided to run my own business. But even in my own business, I traded my time for money. In that when it came time when I could no longer do that business, guess what? The money didn't keep flowing my way. And that's just how your job is too. You're trading that time for money instead of learning how to take and use your time to invest your time and to create capital wealth, where then you have money that's called passive income coming into you, that even if you stop putting your time out, your money will continue to come into you. And so we have to teach you some new norms and help you to create some new norms in your life so that you can create wealth in your life. And so this email that I'm going to be launching this Friday is something that eventually I might charge for. But if you are already subscribed to the email, then I won't be charging you ever, because you'll be grandfathered in getting it for free. But what it is, it's every Friday I'm going to send out an email that will be like your weekly curriculum of feeding you in your mind, feeding your brain, and increasing your knowledge of things that you can learn to stretch and exercise your mental and emotional muscles. If you take the action, you see, because yeah, you can take in all the videos all week long, but if you never take any action, then you're not going to stretch and exercise your mental and emotional muscles. But for growth to happen in your life, you have to start to stretch those mental and emotional muscles. That's when I became non-monogamous. There was a lot of growth going on in my life at that point, because I was monogamous before then for 27 years, and becoming non-monogamous, there was possessiveness and jealousies and emotions and all kinds of things that I had to kind of learn some new skills with. You don't want to start falling in love with everybody you have sex with. You want to be able to just enjoy the connection that creates with a person without feeling like you're suddenly in love. Some people are like that. I went through that a little bit. Or having possessiveness and feelings of jealousy and these kinds of things. And so you have to create a new set of norms. Again, develop and have some new tools be made available to you. But I want to help you to live an uncommon life, and a life that's not very conventional, a life that is rather progressive. And for all of that, you need some new norms. I want you to be able to live a life that is liberated and free of all the baggage that weighs you down today with your health. Yeah, we want to liberate your health and actually help you to be well, instead of helping you just continue on through life where it doesn't get any better than it is now. And we want to liberate your wealth, because right now you're likely don't have a lot of wealth. You're dependent. Instead of being liberated and free, you're dependent because you don't have enough abundance financially. And so we want to liberate your sex life so that you can have a rich and full life, connecting with, pleasurably, sexually, with multiple people in your life, and even connecting emotionally with people. Whether those emotions are deeply in love emotions, or whether they are just emotions that you would have for a really close friend. And those are the kinds of connections that we want to help you to create. And so slowly over time, we'll help you to create these new norms in your life. And so what's going to happen then, starting this Friday, is that everybody who is subscribed to my email list is going to get a video. And the video is going to have, first of all, it will give you a list of the videos that have come along on my YouTube channel in the last week. And so that way, if you haven't been tuned in for the past week, then you'll get a listing there, and you'll know if you want to go ahead and check out that video. And if you do, you just click on the link in the email, and it'll take you right over to the video. But then also we're going to have a number of subjects. Those subjects have to do with your health, your wealth, your sex, and your relationships. So we can stretch and exercise your mental and emotional muscles, helping you to grow and develop into that dream life that you would love to live, in a life of abundance and freedom, instead of a life of dependence and obligations and restrictions and limitations. And that's really what the crux of non-monogamous lifestyle is all about, is helping you to live that life of abundance and freedom instead of a life of obligations and limitations and restrictions and dependence. And so down there in the description, there'll be a link for our email list. Just click on that link and go there today and subscribe to our email. So thanks a lot. Have a great day.